What's going on, everybody? Kevin Walsh back here in the booth. Breaking news around the NFL. Chandler Jones, the New England Patriots star defensive end, last year 12.5 sacks. That was fifth best in the league, has been traded. He is off to the Arizona Cardinals. The Patriots bring back a second-round draft choice, as well as former first-round offensive guard Jonathan Cooper. A big deal. Not one that a lot of people saw coming, I'm sure, because of how good Chandler Jones was last year for the New England Patriots. But when you look at this and you break it down, Patriots got a lot of good things back. But starting off for the Arizona Cardinals, a brilliant trade. It makes all the sense in the world. You really couldn't ask for a better scenario for the Arizona Cardinals. You look at where they're drafting, and the elite defensive end prospects are just not there. They're obviously picking, I believe it's 29th overall in this draft, and the DeForest Buckners, the Joey Bosa's, the Noah Spence, those guys are likely to be gone. Within the top 15, Noah Spence has a chance to fall, but realistically, an elite defensive end like Chandler Jones to the Cardinals is huge. Last year, Dwight Freeney was their leading sack getter. They finished the year 20th best in the NFL in sacks. And the reason why I mentioned Dwight Freeney is because not only was he 36 last year, he only had 8 sacks, but he's a free agent now. So there's really no one that scares you coming off the Arizona Cardinal line until now, because Chandler Jones is an elite defensive end, and you put him there with that top secondary that Arizona features. Bruce Arians now has a top talent to work with on that defensive line, and they can still strengthen up the defensive line with their first-round selection. And the Arizona Cardinals are a team that last year we saw how good they could be with Carson Palmer healthy. We saw how good David Johnson looks like he can be, the last year rookie running back, going to be coming into his sophomore year. He's big for fantasy people, but just what his production was, it makes sense. And you really look at this team. Larry Fitz looks like he still got it. So many weapons. Putting Chandler Jones on that defense, Arizona Cardinals, I mean, again, we're really early here, but NFC favorites, obviously we'll see. Carolina Panthers still good. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, I'm not saying that, but this Arizona Cardinal team looks like it is going to be very dangerous. Love the move for them. Now you're looking for the New England Patriots. Losing Chandler Jones, you would really feel like is a mistake here. You take away all of Chandler Jones' sacks from last season, and the Patriots still have more sacks than what the Cardinals had last year. And I'm not saying that Chandler Jones is disposable. He's a great piece. But there are guys on this Patriots team that can step up. A guy like Rob Ninkovich, who I know he's a bit older, but is always the threat coming off the line. And the way the Patriots just do things schematically, they always have a plan, and they can always get the best out of guys. And you think they now add Jonathan Cooper, the offensive guard. Last year, the Patriots' offensive line, it struggled because of injuries. It's always one of the better offensive lines in football, especially because of just how quickly Tom Brady gets the ball out, that it's hard to really expose them. Well, we saw obviously the AFC Championship game, the pressure applied by Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, it made things tough. And I know that Jonathan Cooper's an inside guy and he's not going to be blocking Von Miller or DeMarcus Ware, but when you can put a solid piece like that in the middle of it, not have to worry about the inside pressure, allows Tom Brady to step up into the pocket, and it makes things easier for him. But also, it's adding depth, because you really look at things, and their injuries were so great last year that the Patriots are going to want to be able to have multiple guys at every position now, because of how bad injuries hurt this team last year, and it hurt them all over the field. It wasn't just the offensive line, but maybe that was the area where you saw it the most. These were, it wasn't the big name guys. It wasn't, Julian Edelman, and even when Gronk was out for a little bit, it wasn't those guys, but that offensive line was banged up all season long, and you saw how far the Patriots still got and how good Tom Brady was all season long regardless. But the really interesting thing here is the second-round draft pick. Now, everyone knows Patriots don't have a first-round draft choice, but there's nothing that stops them from moving up into the first round, and it would feel pretty Patriots to kind of stick it to the man, move up to the first round. Well, now with 2 second-round draft picks, they have that flexibility, and both of those second-round draft picks are late. They're very late, and players can fall, but maybe the Patriots have their eyes on certain players that they feel they can then trade up for if they fall into the second round or are late in the first round. There's a lot of guys, when you're really looking at it, that where the Patriots normally pick, that 29 to 32 range, 28 to 32 range, are really talented, but there's going to be someone that falls. Even maybe a guy like Robert Kimdichie. Maybe the Patriots like him. Maybe they interviewed him and they're not worried about off-field issues. Maybe that's a guy that they could see themselves snagging early second round if he falls, because you don't really know how far Kimdichie falls. Maybe Derrick Henry. Maybe they want to add a big back to pair with Dion Lewis when he's fully healthy, who's going to be the pass catcher. There's some options here. Now, it's no guarantee that they trade because they can still get really good pieces at the end of the second round. But this gives the Patriots a lot of flexibility. It shores up the offensive line. So on that reason, I love the move for the Patriots. Absolutely love the move for the Cardinals. Think it's an awesome trade for them. Both teams, I think they're going to be able to now to get better from this trade. Comment down below, though. What do you think about this trade? Who's the winner? Who's the loser? How good will Chandler Jones be now removed from New England over in Arizona? And do you think the Patriots are going to trade up into the first round? Do you think that they make a bold statement like that? Comment that all down below. Drop a like. Subscribe. Kevin Walsh. I'll see you next time.